Yo, what's going on? Salute. It's your man, Where's Taylor. So we are back, and you all know I'm on my weight loss transformation, already 100 pounds down. We're going for another 100 pounds as well. I used to be um, 464 pounds. Well, at least that's the weight. That was the highest weight that I saw on the scale. Okay, now I'm sure it wasn't higher. I don't know, but currently about 477 right now. I mean 377 right now, and we're trying to get down to about 350, 250. I'm sorry, 250. We're trying to get down to. Go ahead, son. Um, we're trying to get down to about. I'm trying to get down to about 250, right? And right now I'm on a juice fast, 7 days, and then I'm gonna do 7 days raw. And here's the thing. I've been watching videos that are inspiring me and things like that. I did a review on a video earlier that my man inspired the heck out of me. And I want to show you another video from this 600 pound, my 600 pound life. And I don't know this person personally, but I was headed in this same direction. I didn't watch the full video. I started it, but then I was like, you know what? This would be a good video to do a review on. And I want to tell you all just some of the thought process of the binge eating, when people ask, like, how can you let yourself get to that point? How do you let yourself get there? It's like, yeah, we'll talk about it. So I want you all to see my man real quick. We'll do this. Okay. We'll do this.
Deidre loved the ice cream man. Deidre hear this music coming around the block. Deidre gets up. He has an account with the ice cream man. Where do the ice cream man open up an account for somebody to get something off the truck every day?
I would say when the ice cream man pulls.
Well, first of all right, so look, when you get to, I want to tell you all, when you get to a point where you're looking forward to eating, if you just listen to exactly what I just said, when you get forward to a point where the thing that you're looking forward to do is eating, that should be the indicator of how we can get to morbidly obese, because that's the only thing you're looking forward to. When you don't recognize that your purpose is beyond what you can see, it's very hard to not just not care or not have any goals or not set anything for yourself. So my man is looking forward to the ice cream man coming so much that he has an account with him, but he's given up on a purpose that is beyond him in that room and food. And I understand that, because you're so unhappy, you're so or you've dealt with rejection. I will tell you this, that when you get to a weight like where my man is, like where this guy is that we're watching right now, when you get to this weight, there is some heavy childhood things in there. And I'm saying rejection is a huge one. When you feel unloved, when you're feeling like a burden to your family, or you're feeling like no one even cares for you at all, you start to just like not care about you either. When you're not taught to love yourself, right? And there's so many people that constantly put you down or ridicule you or whatever, you start to do these things to yourself. So, man, maybe I don't say bad things to myself or about myself out loud or whatever, but the food, I punish myself with the food, right? So let's look at my man.
What's up? It's the best part of my day.
He says the
The
best
treats
part.
make it worth it for me to push myself to walk outside. And that's my exercise for the day.
So my man said, this is the thing. So look, it's so good. When you all see the fact that I lost 100 pounds, it wasn't based off of I wanted to lose weight for me. And that was real. I was looking at this as, all right, I'm trying to get life insurance for my family. So this was the thing that pushed me and motivated me to go further. What this guy right here, he's saying this is the thing that pushes me to actually stand up. Otherwise, I would sit in the bed all day. This is the thing that pushes me to stand up and walk. Is me knowing that I'm going to get food. When you get to a certain way, you have to realize, you have to understand, right? What is going to be the thing that pushes you? What is the thing that's going to push you beyond where you are right now? Shardy, what up, bro? All right, let's continue watch.
Hey, what can I get for you today?
Lee, what's going on?
All right.
Let me get 3 sodas,
3 sodas,
2 bags of hot Funyuns,
2 bag hot for you.
a Nutty Buddy,
All right.
a strawberry shortcake,
All right.
an ice cream sandwich, 2 fudge round pies,
All right.
and Nutty Buddy, a plain Nutty Buddy.
Okay. All right. Give me a minute.
Ice cream is one of my.
Bro, like when you get to the point where you're eating all this is not you eating because you're hungry. You're eating because this is your habit and you're punishing yourself. There's a feeling that you're trying to pour into. I'm only saying this, y'all, and we're gonna watch the rest of the video. I'm only saying this because as a man that is morbidly obese and, like I said, 100 pounds down now, that was a fight. There were times when I know I wasn't hungry and I would see the food. I would walk in the store and I would want to get a honey bun. And I'm like, please, I literally have said to myself, please stop. Do not do this. And I could not stop. It was an addiction to me punishing myself, this void that I was feeling. When you order something like this, there's a void that you're feeling. You're not thinking about your health. You're not thinking about, because I'm saying these things because you're going to try to talk life into this person. And yes, you should continue to talk life, continue to speak life into them. Yes, absolutely. But I'm saying it's not being received like you want it to. You're like, man, why can't you just stop eating? It's not a just stop eating. If you've trained yourself, that's like, all right, I've been right-handed, or I've trained myself to be right-handed all my life. This is my dominant hand. My right hand is my dominant hand. I've trained myself now when I feel unhappy, eat. I've trained myself when I feel sad, eat. When I feel happy, eat. When I want to celebrate, eat. When I'm going out with my wife or friends, eat. When I'm going out of town, eat. You've trained yourself in this one way for 30 years, and you're like, why can't you just stop eating? This is the training. So you now you saying what you're saying, cool, but you're gonna need to say that for the next couple of years. Like you gotta let these seeds plant. The way he's ordering, like, this is a void that you're trying to fill.
Favorites.
All righty. Make sure you order right now.
Appreciate you.
All right.
So that's how I start my breakfast.
This is
with the ice cream. And it starts to make my day get better at that point. But the ice cream and the snacks are just the start. It's good, but I get hungrier as I eat it. I need something bigger. So what I like to get for my first meal is pizza, usually. I like pizza a lot, and I eat a lot of pizza. So I order that, and I saved some of the snacks for later.
And you would, yo, man, this freaking sad, man. I get it. I'm only sad because, man, I so understand. And you would think like, wait, you can barely walk. You have uh, bandage on your feet. Your knees are hurting. You've been told that you have sleep apnea, or you have high blood pressure, or you have diabetes, or whatever. You've been told all of these things, and they're gonna tell you you're about to die, and you're like, you hear all of that, and you still not changing. And literally, I'm trying to tell you all, it's you are fighting this battle with this person externally. This is spiritual warfare right here. This is warfare. Gluttony is one of the 7 deadly sins. Like, this is warfare. So when you are coming to us and you're wanting to talk to us about weight loss, don't come with judgment, right? If you have grace and understanding and you try to start pulling back these layers, I had a buddy. He was like, man, I'll just this is my guy. He literally, my man was like, yo, I will call you every day, and I would just, you get on your treadmill and I will get on my treadmill, and I will walk on the treadmill with you until we're able to go outside and do walks. We would literally be on a call. He's like, I will stay on a call with you for 45 minutes. That type of love is what is needed to get on our journey, because everyone else has been either judgmental or some type of ridicule or something like that, and you start to learn how to dodge those things or just block those things out. All right, let's continue. This is definitely sad though. This definitely hurts.
Get your 2 large meat lovers, cheesy bread, wings, and soda.
Appreciate you. I order a lot, and I tell myself, you don't gotta eat it if you don't want it.
That right there, what he just said, is the number one trick of the mind. Do you hear me? I'm ordering all of this stuff, but I ain't gonna eat it all. It's the same thing. Listen, let me show you something. There is a trick in which we do to ourselves. And I'm trying to tell you all, look, you might have some fat boy or fat girl tendencies if you're doing this to yourself. You know you want to lose weight or start your workout plan or whatever, and it's Friday and you say, I'm gonna start on Monday. What this is a like poverty level psychology that we're doing with ourselves to give ourselves permission to eat whatever we want over the weekend, because we're starting on Monday. I'm never going to eat like this again. And that's part of the reason why it's harder to lose weight, is because we've told ourselves weight loss looks like never, ever eating these things, type of things again. So I got to do it now because I'm never doing it again. And with that much restriction all at once, I'm saying you can remove things, in levels, but with that much restriction all at once, it hurts you. So when he orders all this stuff and he's like, you ain't got to eat it all, but you are. When you ordered it, you were giving yourself permission to eat it all. When you said, I'm gonna start tomorrow or I'm gonna start Monday, you're now giving yourself permission to go all in. I have done this my entire life.
But when I get it, I usually end up eating it all at once. So I could eat 2 full pieces with 2 orders of wings and an order of cheesy bread. But after I finish, you know I'm still hungry.
No.
And I start thinking about what I'm gonna have next.
Y'all. Okay. All right. That right there was crazy. So, all right. Like I said, I'm on this journey. I'm watching this. That was definitely inspiring. It was inspiring to me because I realized that I was on this road and I'm not anymore. And that is the part. And I promise you all, if you are on this journey of trying to just transform your body, for me, it starts with healing. Healing is the thing. And I mean, healing, not just healing the body, but healing the mind, healing the hurt that you experience. Like, for instance, I tell you all the time, my mother and I, we have a great relationship now. It's good. But the biggest thing was I didn't have her in my life, and I felt that rejection. My daughter and I, one of the things that we do to build is we watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I wanted her to start watching some of the shows that I watched as a kid, so we could just have that moment, So we watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and we're watching the Fresh Prince, and it reminds me of the scene with Will and Uncle Phil, where that emotional scene where he hugged Uncle Phil and he was like, "Man, why doesn't he want me?" And that feeling of why doesn't this person that is supposed to, if there's one person in your life that's supposed to want you, it's your parents. And I'm not saying my mother didn't want me. I'm saying that there were other things that took priority, or there are other things that had control, or whatever it was. I didn't experience your love as a child. And so now I have this, why don't you want me? What did I do that was so distasteful that you would deny your love for me, or you would deny yourself in my life? And it's like, that right there is a pain that is reoccurring because you see it everywhere. I remember when I was so I did spoken word poetry, and I took these kids out of town. We were doing a poetry slam out of town, and these kids were phenomenal. And one of the boys' moms just popped up, and she just flew to see him. And I was like, "Yo, that's dope." And he was like, "She does that every year." And I said, "Yo, that's crazy." I literally had to walk away because in that moment, I felt cheated. I felt like that's my pop-up. That's supposed to be my pop-up. Like, you never, there were so many things that you missed out on. Like, I was great at wrestling. I was, great at baseball. Like, there was things that prom, like, you missed these things. And that void hurt. And the way I wanted to fill that void was through, I just turned to food. While others may turn to alcohol or drugs, I've never smoked weed or anything like that. I turned to food. And so when we see videos like this, I'm reminded that my man, even though he may not be hungry, like you just heard him say, like, "Oh man, I'm still not full." You're full, you're satisfied, but what you're wanting is to feel this stuffed feeling, like you just can't eat anymore because you're used to pushing yourself to that limit. Why? Because you're used to punishing yourself or trying to fill this void of pain that you feel every day of your life. So the first thing we need to start doing is healing. We got to heal the mind and heal this that little boy or that little girl inside. That's what. So I did therapy, and they were like, "Man, there's a little 7-year-old boy inside that is still hurting." And that's how when certain things pop up, I will give you all this last example, then I'm gonna get out of here. My wife had I didn't hear the conversation downstairs originally, but all I know is my wife leaves out the door, she drives off. My son comes upstairs, he comes to the door, and now he's crying. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? It's like, mommy left me. And I mean crying. Y'all, when I tell you, I said, well, go back upstairs. I sat outside to wait for my wife to come back. I was furious. I'm talking about furious. And I was going to let her have it. Like, how dare you leave my son? Won't ever leave my son. All those things. He's waiting for his mother. She gets there and she could see the frustration and anger on my face, but there's also tears in my eyes. And I'm like, babe, why'd you leave him? And she's like, and I'm intense, like, why'd you leave him? Okay. And she's like, yo, what's going on with you? I'm like, don't focus. Why'd you leave our son? He's wanted his mother. He did blah, blah, whatever I said at the time. I don't even remember. She's like, I told our son to get dressed and he wasn't listening. Therefore, the natural consequences was that he got left. And I was like, that's legit. I'm sorry. And right then we were able to recognize that it wasn't her leaving my son. It was me. I saw me. And I was protecting me. I was finally standing up for me. I was just like defending myself. And that is the part that needs to be healed in order for you to truly start to shed this weight. All right. I started doing that work, and that's what happened. You know, how I was able to lose the first 100 pounds is because I started doing the mindset work that was necessary in order for me to release the weight. I started identifying, well, these are things that I don't need. I don't need to eat this because it's not feeding me or fueling me in any way. Like, if you all see, I'll show you this picture. If you all see old pictures of me, you can see the difference. And let me see. Here's a recent picture. I'm gonna share. Let me share this image real quick. All right, so like one of the things I want you all to see, look at this. Look at this image. All right, let me can I make it bigger? Okay, when you see this image, you can clearly see, and hopefully you all can see that. Yeah, when you see the image, I want you to pay attention to gut, but more so pay attention to dark spots around the cheek, dark spots around the eyes. That right there is the body, the responding to food, like what I was eating. What I was eating was not anything that was actually helping the body. Okay, when I started shifting to like, okay, let's actually have something that is going to help the body, changed everything. Right? So I'm just saying to you, I want to show you this one as well. All right, here's a good one. This is what look at this. Look at this, y'all. You see the dark spots, all of that stuff? Okay. All right. Now all of a sudden, you don't see those anymore, right? You don't see those anymore. Healed. I started with healing the body, healed the mind, going back, having conversations with my mother, having conversations with my father, forgiveness, all of these things started to release me. And then started drinking water, thinking juice, things like juice, veggies, all of these things. And then I look up a couple years later and it's like, dang, your skin has changed. The weight is moving, all of that stuff. So I'm telling you all, if you're on that journey, you definitely have to heal the body. And the result, my bad. All right. And the result of you healing the body is that you'll lose weight. So, all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me, joining the live. Let's get this work. It's your man, Taylor. Ugh.